know what I'm saying? Y'all can hate on me, but it don't change. Nothing else outside of that changes for me. I'm still Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant that puts 55 on your head when I want to. That's the difference.
Diva. I mean,
I got you, dog.
You can't with X. Never. Ever. You know he be too, right?
No.
Yeah, man. I was styling his clothes and
X, stop hating, man. Get your mind right, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad because I'm doing what I'm doing right now, man. Get your mind right, dog. Get your mind.
What's up with the Ja Rule, man? I mean, I know y'all been going back at it for a while.
Still, I don't and like, you know, for what it's worth, yo, he need to thank me. He know what I'm talking about. Chicago. Let's just say it like that. Thank me, son. Thank me.
Y'all, Ja Rule is out here trying to flip the script on his beef with the late DMX. And he's claiming that he was the one holding it down while X was actually running scared. Now that's a bold claim, considering the history between these two. For years, fans have watched the drama unfold, with Ja often playing the part of the one ducking the heat from X's fierce confrontations. Remember when DMX exposed Ja for allegedly being on the DL? Well, Ja never addressed those rumors. So now fans are saying that Ja is trying to rewrite hip-hop history by claiming that DMX was the one running away, because those who were around when this beef was at its peak remember that X never ran from anybody, especially not from someone like Ja Rule. So what's really going on here? Is Ja trying to reclaim his legacy by reframing his beef with X? What exactly happened between these two? Let's break it down.
We like him better than Ja Rule now. Yeah. I put in the work, I worked the hardest, I'm still gonna work the hardest, I'm still gonna be great, but that opinion I can't change from people because I can't go be great. You know what I'm saying?
So in a recent interview, Ja Rule suggested that DMX was too scared to come at him with real disses, claiming that X was the one running from the real confrontation. According to Ja, DMX was dodging the battle and refusing to throw down the kind of direct shots that would actually settle the score. But here's where it gets messy. Ja's comments come shortly after Styles P confirmed that DMX was in fact dissing Ja on the track We Don't Give Up.
Yeah. And Styles, you was on Used to Be My Dog, you was in My Left Titty. Yeah. But you weren't credited on the album. I don't remember you being. I don't remember your name being on the album.
Yo, we barely even looked at credits back then. That's the crazy part.
That's wild. Like it didn't say featuring Styles. At least at the time it didn't.
Yeah.
It's Kisses on there too, right?
Nah, it's X and you.
No, Kisses on the hook.
Kiss is on it. Kiss is on the hook.
Yeah. Kiss is the one doing the hook.
The raspy voice. Yeah, that's Kiss.
I thought that was you doing the hook.
No, Kiss did the. I think I may be on it with him.
Used to be my dog. You was in it. No, you got a verse actually.
I got a verse. Yeah, I got a verse.
You got a verse, but it don't say featuring Styles.
Yeah, I love you too, Ja.
Ja?
Yeah, the song was about Ja.
Was it?
You didn't know that?
God damn.
Ja Rule. Yes, it was.
What the
was
hell?
it?
No.
Are y'all kidding me?
I don't even know if he know that.
No, I didn't know that.
No, Ja. I don't think Ja know that.
Yes, he do.
All right.
Wow.
Y'all kidding me? Y'all making me feel like I'm in the Matrix.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
What's that about?
X and Ja having beef. They was dogs. Like they was dogs. Ja, my good.
Let me get in this joint real quick. Let me throw some darts.
They definitely tag team in that.
You just jumped on it like, look, my man got beef, I got beef.
That's how it goes,
we used
man.
To roll, yeah,
that's how
for the most time. That's how.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. He's in it, and I'm in it with him. That's how we gonna give it up.
That's funny though. All right, breaking news.
When you do these,
that ain't breaking news.
No, ain't nobody know. Man,
I
definitely didn't know that.
Y'all had to know that. Listen to the lyrics.
I gotta go back and listen to
when we
it
leave here.
So if DMX was supposedly too scared to diss Ja, why was he out here openly calling him out on a record? And X actually did way more than that. He also talked smack about Ja in interviews, and at one point he even claimed that Ja was batting for the other team. Now to give you some context, the whole DMX versus Ja Rule saga kicked off way back in the late 90s, just as Ja was climbing the charts and staking his claim with Murder Music. At the time, Ja's raspy voice was turning heads, so much so that people couldn't help but compare him to DMX, but X didn't see that as a compliment. See, DMX wasn't just some rapper with a unique growl. He was the real deal, raw and authentic and coming from the streets. So watching Ja get this shiny new label push and being paraded as the new DMX felt like a personal insult to him. He wasn't about to sit quietly while some up-and-comer he saw as an industry puppet tried to bite his lane and steal his thunder. Now at first, Ja kept things on the low and brushed off the comparisons like he was the real innovator. innovator and his sound was one of a kind. But DMX wasn't having any of it. He came through hard and fast in a radio interview, throwing serious shade and calling out Ja for hiding behind his label boss, Irv Gotti, as if that was his only reason for success. X straight up accused Ja of being a fraud, suggesting that the Murder Inc. machine was the one doing all the heavy lifting, while Ja was just fronting. See, for DMX, this wasn't just about music. It was about respect, authenticity, and not letting the industry's manufactured stars fool the streets.
First of all, man, Gotti's my man.
Right.
I'm saying, me and Gotti, you know what I'm saying? So, what he really need to do is just shut the mind his business for a minute, you feel me?
Okay.
This ain't got nothing to do with him right now, man. Or Murder Inc. This is between me and Ja. Now, if Ja can't handle his own beef, then I understand. I mean, if he think, you know, to help, then I understand. But other than that, man, he need to just shut the mind his business, man, for real, man. Cause I'm just sick of what he sounding like me. I'm sick of the smile on my face. He need a fake type nigga, you know what I mean? I'm just sick of all that. You know, I can't hold it in but for so long. I have an interview, or every time I'm on the street, somebody asks me, what's up with him? Sounding like me, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I did it the respectful way, dog. I went to Gotti first. Like, yo, you know, word on the street, you know, your man. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's denial here, man. He's in denial, you know what I'm saying? The whole way, he was in denial. Well, that's what happens when you know what I'm saying? Don't want to face the truth. You get smacked with the truth.
But DMX didn't stop there. He took it to a whole new level and claimed he knew for a fact that Ja Rule played for the other team. And if that wasn't enough, X also alleged that Ja had actually hooked up with his male stylist. And let's be real, those kinds of allegations in hip-hop back then were like dropping a grenade. It wasn't just gossip, it was a way to publicly shame and isolate your rival in the game. And yet, Ja never addressed those allegations from X directly.
Certain subjects you gonna touch on this, or just like you just going at him?
All this shit about him being a homo. You know.
No.
Yeah, man. Styling his clothes and shit. I got the inside information, man. I was styling his clothes for one of them shows. Got him ecstasy on one night.
No, dog.
Yeah, Ja Rule. I'm telling you, dog. Oh, my mama. Oh, my mama. We had himself. He said, yeah, I was with Ja, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was all ecstasy up, so he...
What?
Whoa.
What?
It was crazy. Yeah, man. That shit, they walk around with a bag of them pills, man. Talk about me, you can't be serious. That X is everything. Get it? X is everything. Ah, kill me.
Yo, this is a big statement you making here, man. You throw it.
Yeah, man, Ja Rule. Get up, he's...
This is.
Yo, for all them homo that wants to give your man Ja Rule some X, and he'll fuck you.
Meanwhile, DMX also started openly calling out rappers who played the industry games by cozying up to label executives and sliding into shady deals to boost their careers. X made it clear that he had zero respect for those who traded authenticity for favors. And keep in mind, he made these comments right around the time Ja Rule started rubbing elbows with Diddy and showing up at his parties.
Issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry, dog?
The industry is full of a bunch of sucking, riding, bending over the desk, straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it. Bring it. I don't give a bring it. Bring it. They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their
right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives. It's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and you know all that favor for a favor. Get down like that. Look, I'll give you the music, you give my money.
Now, when Ja Rule first started rolling with Diddy, no one thought there was anything scandalous about it. But fast forward to 2022, and Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, dropped a bombshell claiming that he once escorted Diddy on what he called a shopping spree in Atlanta, but not your average spree. According to Gene, Diddy was there to buy some adult toys. Later that very day, Diddy flew to North Carolina where things got wild and supposedly involved Ja Rule in a hotel room scenario.
Brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door, and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
But Gene isn't the only insider spilling the tea on the wild connection between Diddy and Ja Rule. Jaguar Wright also recently went off on Ja, dragging him publicly for disrespecting his own wife. But here's where it gets messier. Jag accused Ja of stepping out not just with Diddy, but also with his cellmate during his 2-year prison stint charges and tax evasion. And according to Jaguar, Ja's relationship with Diddy wasn't some casual hookup that happened after prison. She claimed they were already linked before Ja even got locked up. And as if that wasn't enough, Jaguar alleges Ja kept the same energy behind bars, reportedly keeping a similar intimate relationship with his cellie.
And so polite with Ja Rule, you know?
Uh-oh.
Like, I've been so polite with that right there, but with all disrespect, you a punk little bitch. How the f you gonna go to jail and then turn on your wife or your cellie? Like, what kind of does that? He dumped his wife. Yeah, he refused visits, told her not to come. He was right next to Canada. It was a waste of time and money. And then she found the letters of your boo loving up on your cupcake and cellmate, your little fruit. Bitch, you know, open your mouth. Tell the truth. You know, Gene was talking about you when he had to throw your cousin up there in the piano. Shit, he did everything but say your name. Why don't you say it, bitch? Why don't you say it? You like dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight? The Diddy doo-wop? Looking at motherfucker. Are you Illuminati pick me bitch? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Sheesh. All right. So along with this whole
Go turn on your wife so you can play hide the soap. You These ain't got no respect for women. They ain't got no respect for women. Woo, they give birth to your children. They put up with all of you. They got to listen to everybody gossiping about which the truth is you're this. And you probably suck better than your girl.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Instead of shutting down all those claims from Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright, Ja took a different route. He showed up on Piers Morgan Uncensored and came through defending Diddy like a loyal ride or die. When Piers pressed Ja about the allegations swirling around Diddy, Ja looked visibly uncomfortable. And instead of giving a clear, no-nonsense denial, Ja kept it vague and brushed everything off as some unfortunate circumstances.
I think a guy's a friend of yours, which is P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Coombs. What's your take on what's happening with him?
Again, man, you know, it's another black man in this industry going through some unfortunate, you know, circumstances. And so, you know, I wish him luck as well with everything he's going through. And, you know, and if there's victims in this, you know, I can't speak on things that I don't know about Pierce. And so I try not to. I try to leave those things to those who do that. That's why people have podcasts and stuff like that. They talk about these things back and forth. I don't really get involved with that. But yeah, I wish everybody, you know, love and pray.
But that's not all. You have to see how Ja tried to play it cool when Pierce threw out a joke about Diddy being up in his crib. You could almost see Ja doing the mental gymnastics to keep his composure. But that awkward laugh said everything.
So, what's up, Fausto? I'm doing an interview, baby. I'm live on TV. I'll check y'all later. I'll come golf with y'all later. Yeah.
Who's that, Diddy?
But who?
Was that Diddy or Fiddy?
Who? Fausto. That's my guy, Fausto. You got jokes, Pierce. I see you got jokes.
Now, Ja could have shut down all the talk about Diddy long before he even sat down with Pierce Morgan. But instead, he went on record wishing Diddy luck with those so-called unfortunate circumstances. And this is what got fans speculating that Ja's probably backed into a corner because Diddy might be holding on to some tapes or receipts that Ja definitely wouldn't want leaking into the streets. So what does all this mess with Diddy have to do with Ja's latest claim that DMX was the one running scared? Well, everything really. Ja's trying to flip the narrative, saying X was dodging the real confrontation, but when you stack it up against the history, it's clear most people aren't buying it. From DMX calling Ja out on the radio to those shady rumors about Ja's personal life and the ongoing rumors about his ties to Diddy, the idea that X was running scared feels like Ja trying to rewrite history. And the fans who lived through the era know who really stood their ground, and spoiler, it wasn't Ja. But let me hear your thoughts on all this. Is Ja rewriting the past to save face, or is there some truth to his claims? And with all the smoke around Ja and Diddy, do you think DMX knew what Ja was allegedly doing behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in this next video.